Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Audrey with Windy Creek Acres. I'm going to take you on my afternoon chores. It's finally warmed up a bit. We've been having some pretty cold temperatures, a lot of snow. So it's finally warm enough now that I can pull the camera out for a little bit and not freeze it. So it's actually just on my phone. I need to find a better way of filming so that I can put out more videos. If you guys have any advice for me or tips on how to record in the cold north of Alberta, that would be fantastic. As you can see, we have a lot of snow. We've been pushing snow a lot lately, trying to keep things kind of cleared out so that it's easier to wander about and do our chores. But yeah, so my chores just consist of let's see, feeding alfalfa cubes, so we'll do that. Taking the dogs for a walk when it's warm, so I take them around the perimeter and they get their meat once a day, which they get in the afternoon, so they will get that, and then I go and close up the chickens and check eggs. As far as chickens, I check them when it's cold, probably 3-4 times a day for eggs. We still end up with frozen eggs, but the dogs get to have those and they don't complain. So yeah, let's go and get some chores done. Anyone else have a skating rink by their barn? This is awesome doing chores. And because it's pouring rain today, I have to do chores and I have to try and get over there. So this could be fun. Who else is having this awesome, wonderful weather? I love the rain. Mother Nature's a little messed up. Anyway, hope everybody's staying safe today. The snow that we have is so much. Toby's enjoying it though. And we're actually getting a nice warm day today, so the does are soaking up the sun. And we're spending some time with Toby in the Macy's pen, because he's only been allowed behind the barn with the older does that I know will push back on him. So today we're going to hang out here. Yeah, this snow is terrible. That doe is up to her armpits in snow. I'm trying to eat that, what do you call it, branch. I brought them some spruce boughs from our Christmas tree, and they have been enjoying them. He's a little pushy with the babies still, but he's still being quite gentle with them. He's not going after them so far, especially when I'm in here. He does not. So we're just teaching him good habits, and he's being really good. Went and laid down. He'll gain their trust eventually. He just has to not chase them or play with them for them to trust him. He'll get there. Out of the way, Sophie. Now, since we're in a cold snap right now, I've been giving my does a little extra alfalfa. The bales that they're on right now don't have a lot of alfalfa in them, so they're just like more of like a grass mix. And I find my does do much better on alfalfa, so giving them some alfalfa cubes once a day. They also get their pellets in the morning with their grain. And all I'm doing is, they're pretty big. They do well with them. They do chew them, but I just break them so they're a little bit smaller, especially for my babies. I guess not babies, sorry, my weanlings. That, and it just makes it easier for the does to eat up. I don't really worry about them choking on it. I haven't had that happen. I guess it's a risk just because they are bigger pieces, and if they're not slowing down to eat them and chew them, I guess that's a risk. But we haven't had that happen, so I continue to feed the alfalfa cubes. Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to do it for a while yet. We're gonna be going into a warm snap here now for the next couple of weeks over Christmas, which will be a nice break from this cold we've had. Yeah, we've had quite a bit of snowfall, which is great because we need it for the spring, for all of our trees to grow and our hay field to grow. Yeah, so it's definitely much needed. We haven't had this much snowfall in quite a few years, so it's nice to have. Not fun for snow blowing and keeping trails open everywhere, but I keep telling myself that we need it for spring, and that will get me through winter, I guess. girls. Come on, girls. Come on. Come and eat. Oh, your feet are so cold. I know, girls. We're gonna warm up. It's chilly, hey? Yeah. I appreciate their alfalfa, though. Mr. Toby wants to be on the camera. Yes, he does. Yes. For some reason, he's taken up the idea that eating the alfalfa cubes is fun. Let's go feed the other guys. I don't know why, but these girls always come up to the gate when I come to feed them grain and their alfalfa, and I never feed them up here. But they always come up here. Silly girls. And they could just keep their feet warm. There's Mr. Rip. What are you looking for, buddy? Huh? I got nothing for you. You guys have a hay bale over there. Go eat it. Miss Annika, let's go. Come on, let's go eat. Let's go. Everybody looks so much better having this extra alfalfa in their bellies. Hey, let's go. Retard. Out feeding some alfalfa, and Miss Foxy has to stick her head in the bucket. Here, let's take that off, silly girl. There. That better? Well, now everybody's gonna get their head stuck in there. Hey, girls. This is my group of first fresheners. That big black one right there. That black one there, and the other black one right there. Oops. Those are my first fresheners, so I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that they're bred. Coming out to give everybody some alfalfa because our bales don't have much alfalfa in them, and they're needing just a little bit extra, but they look so good. Right, Adora? And Toby's being good, and Macy's being good. This is Macy's pen. For those of you that are new to our channel, Macy's in with our weanling does and my coming 2-year-olds. So, and then Mr. Toby is behind the barn with some milking does and a couple more of my first fresheners. Yep, they're doing well. They all get their grain in the morning, and then they get some alfalfa, extra alfalfa in the afternoon. They have their 2 shelters. We have, one shelter for feeding. I feed their grain and their stuff in here. That way they stay out of the weather when they're eating. There's my beautiful Promise. Look at her. And then their shelter is bedded down with straw. We do deep bedding through the winter. I can't clean it out. We are frozen, if you can't tell, with all the snow. And then their hay bale. So we took our old hay boss, which is kind of falling apart, needs some work, and put our 5-bar feeder in there. So it kind of keeps the bale covered, I guess. Which so far is working okay. They make a lot more of a mess with this 5-bar feeder, but they keep their bellies full, even when it's cold. And then their water's over there. And they don't really wander much farther. They go to the water, they go to the hay, they go to the shelter, and they come to this shelter here. And Toby has this weird fascination now with alfalfa cubes. There must be something he's lacking in his diet, because he's eating these alfalfa cubes. But they get fed a raw meat diet, so they get raw meat at nighttime, and then they have free choice kibble in their gravity feeders. So we will have to see. Maybe we need to add something else. Really, Tallulah? Oh my goodness. Now we gotta try and get that off. Come here, Tully. Come here, Tallulah. Of course. You're gonna run away. I need that bucket back, girlfriend. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna get the bucket off your head, silly. There we go. Oops. Alright, now everybody's safe. I should take the bucket out of here. Let you guys continue eating your alfalfa, hey? Alright, see you later. Miss Maisie waiting for her supper. They're staying warm. The wind is cold today. Like it's supposed to warm up. We're like minus 16 degrees Celsius. And yeah, it's been cold. It's been like minus 25 or colder. But the air and the wind is like bitey. I don't know if bitey's a word, but it's a word in my vocabulary when it is cold. Yes. So let's go finish chores. These dogs are hungry. Unfortunately, with that sunny weather we had, we have some losses. We have bees who think it's warm enough out to fly. And it really isn't warm enough. And Toby has to check them out too. It's not warm enough because they don't get very far from the hive and they freeze. So we do have losses over the winter, the bees. For the most part, they're good. And I guess not the nicest thing to say, but I hope that these are just drones that are thinking that they can fly. Here's our hives. They're all tucked in pretty nicely for the winter. I can't remember how many we have going through the winter. 2 for sure, possibly 3. I think all the bees looks like they're coming from this big hive here. This is our strongest hive, our biggest hive. So it sucks, but they are okay to lose a few in the winter. Nobody wants to, but if they're just drones, all the drones do is eat all the food all winter and make a mess. They are necessary in spring because they do fly out and find a queen, an unmated queen, mate with her. So they are important to the bee colonies, but they don't winter very well. Trying to walk to these 2 goofs twice a day. The trail is like icy and so uneven, and it takes me a long time to get around our pasture. But these dogs are funny, and I guess doing what they're supposed to do, because normally they would be way out in front of me, but now they tend to hang out with me and not leave. But I have seen lots of tracks out this way that we haven't had here before. One of them being a very large canine, which could just be kind of like a rural resident dog, I guess. The other one being, I believe we have a moose or elk that's coming through the backside of our pasture. Just this out here is all our hayfield. We have about 100 acres. And right now, since we don't have a yard dog, we have nothing to drive any of these animals away. So hence why I take my dogs for a walk. Just to leave scent behind to deter predators from coming in. I haven't seen any of our resident foxes lately. I haven't heard any coyotes, but the dogs do bark. I do hear them quite often with their big voices saying go away, because that is their first line of defense, and so far it's working. But I find that I am not comfortable without the dogs walking with me. So just because I know that we have or could potentially have animals here that could be dangerous. We have a creek that runs our property too. So in behind here, which is to the east of our pasture, all back in that wooded areas, that's all creek. And it runs our whole property. So that is kind of a gateway for animals to move about. So kind of more reason to take the dogs for a walk. Mr. Toby really enjoys it. And I'm just going to throw it out there that I hope this isn't too early to say, but he has been absolutely amazing in with the goats. He sleeps with them. He lays with them. I have yet to catch him with the bigger does doing anything bad or rotten. He's actually been really good, not naughty. Right, Toby? So he has actually been a fantastic addition to our operation. And then there's Macy. Macy's Macy. She's been here. She's turning 5 this year. It's crazy. We've had her since she was, I think, 9 weeks old. And she just loves her job here. She soaks it all in. Loves her goats, loves her people. Barks whenever vehicles pull in, including us. Just checking in to make sure we're okay, I think. But yeah, our operation couldn't work without these 2. So, yeah. Here's to all the amazing LGDs that do their jobs on everybody's farms. They are worth their weight in gold, and I will say that over and over again. on, Macy, let's go. I'm gonna head towards Macy's pen. We just went for a walk and now we're gonna go feed Macy. Her and Toby get to share a nice beef roast. A lot of the times not a lot of times, we were on the Loop program. And for those of you who don't know, the Loop program is a program where grocery stores give all their stuff they have to unshelve to use for their livestock feed. So we were on that when we had pigs, which, sad to say, our pig pen is empty, but they're in our freezer serving us the way that they were meant to be. And the dogs get their frozen meat every day. So we feed anything. We get bacon, we get roast, we get steak, we get chicken. They get just about everything in their diet. They eat better than we do. It's quite the walk in the snow. We just went from the barn all the way out to Macy's pen. And I forgot to show you, but I did feed Toby. Toby loves his meat too. He's way over there by the barn. You can't see him. But if you can see his dog house right there, his little pen, that's where I feed him. So he's in there eating his half a roast. And Macy waiting patiently for her supper. Just a minute, Macy, move. Gotta open the gate, girl. Okay, in you go. What a good girl. Sit. Good girl, Macy. There's your roast. Such a good supper, hey, Mace? Such a good supper, you lucky girl. Such a lucky girl, Macy. Yeah. Okay, enjoy your supper, girlfriend. I always forget to show you guys these things. It's hard. I need like a GoPro that I can attach or something. This is our chicken coop. This is like an old like rig shack or something. It's insulated. It's got lots of vents in it. We run our heater for our water right here. I can show you guys while I'm in here. My coop's a disaster. Sorry. There's our coop. So we have the big garbage can with yellows in it for food, which they plow through all the time. There's our new handsome rooster. He's a black copper Moran. And we have some Moran hens in here, and then we've got like a whole bunch of different kinds of hens. I like my colors, and I like my colored eggs. And then we got our nest boxes, and our roosts, and our other 2 nest boxes. And you can probably see the frost on the walls. Again, we just got out of a cold snap. There's a little chicken door. I was gonna close the chickens up. This is our watering station for our birds. So we built this like wooden frame, I guess, for it to sit in. I'll try and show you from the front. And then the lid there is to keep the chickens off of it. Relax, girls. And we have a leak because that's where the ice is, so I gotta chip it out. But yeah, and then we just have the nipple waters, and that's like a 3 to 5 gallon pail. And then we just dump one of those submersible stock tank heaters in it. Works really well for us anyway. I know, he always gets so upset. You're fine. So then we check, and our cord's in there. We got about half, so I gotta fill their water. And then their food, I checked it this morning, but they've got lots of food. And really? I've been out here, what, 2 or 3 times today to check eggs, so I'm assuming there's no more for today, which is okay. It's been cold. I know you're a handsome devil, hey? Yeah, you guys are doing well. We did good in the cold snap, didn't we? Don't go outside. Don't go outside. Too cold. Okay, I guess I'll close. Yeah, so close you up later. Okay. Hi, girls. Hi, girls. This lady here is like one of our oldest hens. I had her when we were out on the acreage. Her name is Georgie, and she has been with us for, gosh, we've been here on the farm now just about 5 years. And she was probably at the acreage with us for 2 years, so she's probably going on 7, which baffles me. We have another hen in here too that's really, buddy, that's about the same age. Hi, girlfriends. How's it going? I know, it's so nice to have the nice girl over. so talkative? Huh? Yeah. And a lot of these girls are grow outs that we hatched. So pretty happy with them. I think this is my other older girl right here. That's Miss Gray. She's just as old as Georgie. She's like 7 or something like that, and they're doing very well. I doubt they lay eggs for me anymore. Where's another one? Oh. My little silky cross, if you can see her, she's got the poof on her head. That is, oh, her name's Pumpkin. And she's probably about the same age too, maybe 1 year younger. But yeah. I know, buddy. You want to be in the camera too? Okay. Have your time. You're not going to shine for me? No? He's getting a little bit of frostbite on his comb. But we don't treat it with anything. We don't put anything on it. Yeah, there's our coop. As snug as a bug in a rug in here. See you ladies later. We have 2 of these frost-free hydrants, and they are the best investments for a farm. Here's Mr. Vader. He's the daddy to all our babies from Snow White. I just come out here about 3 times a day to give them some water. They are miserable in this cold weather, but we're going into a warm snap, so hopefully he'll be a little more happier. Hey, Vader. This one's a little harder to see, but this is Snow White. She's being a good mama. She's got all her 5 babies in here still. Yeah, we're just over 2 months old, and they're all black, just like their daddy. Some of them are getting frosted tips like the silver fox. And so now we know we have 3 bucks and 2 does. And as of right now, we're ranging between 3 3/4 pounds and 4 3/4 pounds. Yes, and they're also sweet. Aren't you, baby? Yeah, you guys are cold too. We're gonna get some warm weather. Hey, it'll be so much nicer, won't it? Yeah, because they're all in your little snuggle pile trying to stay warm. And this is Coco. She is probably having the hardest time with this cold weather. She sits in this corner, and sometimes she doesn't eat or doesn't drink. She does drink, but not as much as I hoped she would. She's not happy, so hopefully she'll be a little happier when the warm weather comes. Yeah.